Hi, I'm Jay Lenora, and we are going to try to finish this broadcast of the 12-14-17 edition of the Bible Delight in the Details. It's kind of ironic what happened here. I started off by asking you, are you feeling the heat? And I was saying that I do because I'm in my sauna, and it was 132 degrees, and guess what? It got too hot for the phone, and the broadcast was interrupted. So I'm going to start over. Sometimes life does turn up the heat on you, and sometimes you do feel like, I just can't do this. This is more than I can bear. Something has happened that I can't deal with, and I don't know what to do about it. And I hope that when that happens, your very first inclination is to cry out to God. And I don't mean in profanity or, oh my God, or something like that, but a sincere cry of, Lord, what are you going to do about this? And it's okay to ask God. It's okay to wish to fall upon Him and get His help. In fact, that's what He wants. And I truly believe that a lot of times He does this deliberately to force us to remember who has the authority and who has the ability to help us. You know, we've all heard the saying, no, you don't get more than you can handle. Well, that's just not true. We get more than we can handle at times, but the thing is, we're never given more than God can handle. And there's a beautiful verse in the Bible that I want to call your attention to. It's kind of hidden, and it's in the context, a very fascinating context that, to be honest with you, I'm not sure I've ever been taught or heard before. It's Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 27. And it's God talking to Jeremiah, one of his prophets, and he says that I am the God of all living flesh. Is there anything I cannot do? You know, when you're at the end of your rope, when you don't know what to do, God's standing right there saying, I know you don't. I know you can't. It's a good thing you got me. And that's exactly how we ought to feel. This beautiful verse of comfort is in a very interesting context. Some of you may know that Jeremiah is known as the weeping prophet because while many other of the prophets were called upon to prophesy the fall of first Israel and then the southern kingdom of Judah, it was Jeremiah who actually had to live through it. And not only did he leave Jerusalem with the wave of royal and kind of the ruling class of Judah going into Babylonian captivity. But he also wrote Lamentations, which is the book of laments, sad songs, literally. He tried to bring comfort to the people of Judah as they were literally singing their songs of lament by the rivers of Babylon. But this interesting quote from God comes at a fascinating time. You see, God has just told Jeremiah that the time has now come. It is imminent. He is going to give over Judah, rebellious, disobedient, ungrateful nation that she has become, who has turned her back on the one true God. He is going to give the country over to the Babylonians and allow them to go into captivity and allow the land to be laid waste. And yet, at that very moment when he is telling Jeremiah, the siege towers are coming around Jerusalem now. They will lay siege and they will be successful. In verse 25, God tells Jeremiah to do what appears to be a crazy thing. He tells Jeremiah to take silver and go and purchase property in Jerusalem and to make sure it is witnessed. God is a stickler for the rules. You know, he knows the law. He knows how to make a deed valid. And why would you do that? Why in the world, when the foreign nation is coming in and God is telling you they're about to take everything from you, kick you out of the land, take you into slavery, why in the world would God be telling him to buy property and to make sure that he had documentation of it? It is because then God says, for although I will bring this calamity upon the people, yet I will at a later date bring them back and give them the prosperity that I have also promised them. And so God is telling him to put your money down where my mouth is. I'm telling you, I'm bringing you back, and I want you to have something here to start a new life. It's an absolutely fascinating, practical instruction that I think harnesses a very deep spiritual truth. And that is, when you cannot handle something, when there seems no hope, when there seems no way out, you don't know what to do, you have no resources, you cannot do it, you're impotent. You turn to He who can, and you say, Lord, what are you going to do here? And God will tell you exactly what He's going to do. And He is going to do something miraculous for those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. For so says the New Testament, that all things, even those things that are too much for us, will work together for good. I'm J. Lenore Bressler. Keep the faith, keep your hope, and always, when hope seems very far away, look to He who is hope incarnate. Visit me on the next edition of the Bible, Delight in the Details. Have a great night.